The hidden epidemic of falls after 60. Did you know that 1 in 4 adults over the age of 65 falls every year? It's a silent crisis, one that doesn't always make headlines, but quietly steals confidence, independence, and, in some cases, lives. If you've ever tripped, stumbled, or suddenly felt unsure on your feet, you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not weak. You're human. And aging, though a beautiful journey, comes with changes that most of us were never taught. How to navigate? Here's the truth. Balance isn't just about strength or coordination. It's a complex system involving your muscles, joints, eyes, inner ears, nerves, and even your brain. As we age, small changes in any of these areas can lead to big consequences. But here's the good news. Most balance-related issues are not only preventable, but also reversible. The real tragedy is not that people fall, it's that we normalize it. "Oh, I'm just getting older," we say, brushing off a stumble or shrugging at a close call. However, accepting poor balance as a normal part of aging is like accepting toothaches just because you have teeth. You don't have to live in fear of falling. You don't have to stop walking outdoors, dancing, or bending down to hug your grandchildren. What you need is awareness and action. In this video, we're going to explore 5 of the most common mistakes older adults make when it comes to balance and how you can avoid them. These are mistakes that millions of people make without even realizing it. Some are physical, some are habits, some are as simple as what you wear on your feet or how your home is arranged. But make no mistake, these small choices can mean the difference between a confident, independent lifestyle and a painful fall that changes everything. If you or someone you love is over 60, this message is for you. This isn't about fear. This is about freedom. You deserve to feel strong, safe, and in control of your body every day. So let's start this journey together. Let's uncover the mistakes, and more importantly, the solutions. Because when you protect your balance, you protect your future. Why balance gets worse with age, and why it's not your fault. If you've noticed that your balance isn't what it used to be, you take more cautious steps, feel uneasy on stairs, or avoid walking on uneven ground, you might wonder, what's happening to me? The answer is complex, but here's something you need to hear right now. It's not your fault, and more importantly, it's not the end of the road. Let's start by understanding what's really going on. Balance is like a team effort between different systems in your body. Muscles, joints, eyes, inner ears, nerves, and brain. And as we age, each one of these systems can slowly begin to lose its sharpness. For example, your muscles naturally weaken over time, especially the ones in your legs and core, which are essential for stability. You may not notice it at first. It doesn't happen all at once, but small losses in strength can quickly add up, especially if you're not staying active every day. Next, let's talk about vision. Our eyes play a key role in helping the brain judge distance and movement. But as we age, our eyesight often becomes less reliable, especially in low light or unfamiliar environments. Dim hallways or cluttered rooms can suddenly become dangerous, not because you're careless, but because your depth perception and focus aren't what they once were. Then there's the inner ear, which controls something called your vestibular system. This is your internal gyroscope. It tells your brain where your body is in space. Unfortunately, this system can become less sensitive with age, making you feel dizzy or unsteady, especially when you get up quickly or turn your head too fast. And don't forget about the nervous system. Nerves in the feet and legs can become less responsive, especially if you've had diabetes or circulation issues. That means you might not feel the ground beneath you as clearly, and your brain gets slower feedback when you start to tip or wobble. But here's the most empowering truth. Just because these changes are natural doesn't mean they're unstoppable. Your body is incredibly adaptable. With the right knowledge, movement, and support, you can retrain your brain, strengthen your muscles, and reawaken your senses. You can absolutely improve your balance at any age. So before we dive into the 5 big mistakes to avoid, remember this. You're not broken. You're not too old. You're not too late. You simply need the right tools, and you're about to get them. Mistake 1. Ignoring muscle loss, the silent weakener. One of the most common and most dangerous mistakes older adults make when it comes to balance is ignoring muscle loss. Not because they don't care, but because they don't notice it happening. Muscle doesn't disappear overnight. It fades slowly, silently, and almost invisibly, until one day you try to stand up from a chair without using your arms, or you struggle to lift your foot high enough to climb a step. This condition has a name: sarcopenia. It's the medical term for age-related muscle loss, and it affects nearly everyone over the age of 60 to some degree. By the time we reach our 70s, we may have lost up to 30–50% of our muscle strength compared to our younger years, especially if we haven't been intentionally working to preserve it. The most affected areas? Your legs, hips, and core. The very muscles that help you stand, walk, and keep from falling. What's tricky is that muscle loss doesn't always look like weakness. You might feel like you're still active, walking around the house, gardening, doing chores, but unless you're doing movements that challenge and stimulate those muscles regularly, you're still losing strength. Think of muscle like savings in a bank account. If you're only spending and never depositing, eventually you'll come up short. This is where the danger comes in. Weak leg and core muscles mean your body doesn't have the power to correct itself when you trip or lose balance. Your reaction time slows, and instead of catching yourself, you fall. And as many older adults know, a fall can lead to fractures, hospital stays, and a long road to recovery, or worse. But here's the good news. Muscle loss is not a one-way street. You can regain strength even in your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Studies have shown that older adults who start simple strength exercises, even just body weight movements like chair squats, toe raises, or leg lifts, can see real improvements in balance and stability within just a few weeks. The key is to stop thinking you're too old for exercise. You don't need a gym. You don't need fancy equipment. You just need to start moving with intention. Think of every step, every stretch, every lift as an investment in your safety, confidence, and independence. So if you've been unknowingly ignoring muscle loss, don't worry. Today can be your turning point. Because the strength you need is not gone forever. It's just waiting to be rebuilt. Mistake 2. Skipping balance exercises. Use it or lose it. Here's a truth many doctors forget to tell older adults. Balance is a skill. And like any skill, whether it's playing piano, speaking a language, or riding a bike, it must be practiced. That's why one of the biggest mistakes people over 60 make is not doing any specific balance exercises. Most of us walk every day, right? We stand, we move around the house, we stay active. That should be enough to keep our balance sharp. Shouldn't it? Actually, no. Regular movement is healthy, but it doesn't train your balance systems in the way your body truly needs. Just like walking won't build muscle the way resistance training does, daily activities don't challenge the brain-body connection responsible for balance. You see, your balance system is like a triangle: vision, inner ear, vestibular system, Vorn, and body awareness, proprioception. All three work together to keep you upright. As you age, small declines in each of these areas can add up. The only way to keep them strong is by actively engaging them with targeted exercises. When you skip balance exercises, your body begins to lose its ability to recover from small wobbles. For example, if you slip on a rug or step on uneven ground, your body should automatically react, tighten a muscle, shift your weight, catch you. But if you haven't practiced these movements, your body hesitates. That hesitation, just a second, can be the difference between regaining your footing or hitting the floor. The good news? Balance training is simple and gentle, and you can start right at home. Try standing on one leg for 10 seconds while holding a counter. Walk heel to toe in a straight line across the room. stand with feet close together and close your eyes. These small challenges reawaken the sensors in your muscles and joints and strengthen the neural pathways that keep you stable. Even just 5 to 10 minutes a day of balance exercises can reduce your risk of falling by over 40%, according to several studies. Think about that. Just a few minutes a day to gain confidence, prevent injury, and extend your independence. So if you haven't been doing balance-specific exercises, don't worry. Now you know, and now you can start. Because the message is clear. If you don't use it, you lose it. But if you use it, at any age, you can keep it. Mistake 3, wearing the wrong footwear. You might not think twice about the shoes you wear around the house or when you head out for errands. But believe it or not, one of the biggest reasons older adults lose their balance is as simple and as fixable as wearing the wrong footwear. It's a mistake so easy to make. Maybe you've had a favorite pair of slippers for years. Soft, cozy, easy to slip on. Or perhaps you choose loose shoes for comfort, not realizing that they're working against your balance. The truth is, the wrong shoes can be a silent risk under your feet every single day. Let's start with what happens when you wear unsupportive shoes. First, if your shoes are too soft or worn out, they don't give your feet the feedback they need to feel the ground properly. That weakens your sense of balance. Second, if they're loose or backless, like many slippers or flip-flops, they can shift or slide while you walk. That moment of instability, it's all it takes to trip, twist an ankle, or fall. Even shoes with thick soles or elevated heels can be a problem. Why? Because they raise your center of gravity and make it harder for your foot to sense changes in the surface you're walking on. This is especially risky on uneven ground, stairs, or slippery floors. And here's something many people forget. Your feet change as you age. The arch may flatten, the foot may widen, and the fat pads that cushion the bottom of your feet shrink. So the shoes that fit you 5 or 10 years ago may no longer be giving you the support you need today. So, what should you look for in safe, balance-friendly footwear? Low, wide heel. Avoid anything with height. Stability comes from being close to the ground. Firm sole. Not too soft or squishy. You want support, not sinking. Good grip. A non-slip sole is essential, especially on smooth floors. Proper fit. Your shoe should hug your heel snugly and not allow your foot to slide around. Secure fastenings. Laces, Velcro, or straps keep the shoe firmly on your foot. Here's a simple check. If your shoes can easily slip off without using your hands, they're likely a fall risk. Remember, your shoes are your foundation. And just like you wouldn't build a house on wobbly ground, you shouldn't walk through life on unstable feet. Investing in proper footwear isn't just about comfort. It's about freedom, safety, and staying on your feet for years to come. Mistake 4, poor lighting and unsafe home layout. For many older adults, home is a place of comfort. It's familiar, it's cozy, and it's full of memories. But what most people don't realize is that the home is also where the majority of falls happen. Not in public places or on the street, but right where we feel the safest. Why? Because of 2 often overlooked hazards: poor lighting and unsafe home layout. Together, they quietly raise your risk of falling, often without you realizing it. Let's start with lighting. As we age, our eyes need more light to see clearly, especially in the evenings or during the night. But many homes were designed decades ago when we could still get around fine with a dim lamp or a single hallway bulb. Add to that the fact that older adults are more likely to get up at night, to use the bathroom, get a drink, or check on something, and you have a perfect storm for a dangerous stumble in the dark. Think about this. If you've ever squinted to see your way to the bathroom or hesitated at the top of the stairs because it looked a little too shadowy, that's your body telling you something, and it's time to listen. Next is home layout. Over time, we tend to collect things: rugs, furniture, cords, pet bowls, baskets, even decorations on the floor. While each one might seem small or harmless, they can quickly become obstacles. That beautiful area rug in your living room? If the edge curls up, it's a trip hazard. That low coffee table? An easy thing to bump into if your vision or reaction time is slightly off. Here's a checklist to make your home safer right now. Install night lights in hallways, bathrooms, and near stairs. Keep light switches easy to reach. Consider motion-activated lights if needed. Secure rugs with non-slip pads or remove them entirely. Clear pathways, especially the routes you walk most often. Move furniture to create wide, easy-to-navigate spaces. Keep frequently used items at waist height. No need for risky reaching or climbing. Your home should support your health, not threaten it. And the beautiful part is, these are changes you can make today. You don't need a renovation, just awareness, a little effort, and maybe a loved one to help with rearranging. Because when your home is safe and well lit, you walk with more confidence and live with more peace of mind. Mistake number 5, relying too much on furniture for support. It's something many older adults do without even realizing it. Grabbing onto walls, countertops, or furniture to stay steady. A hand on the back of a chair here, a lean on the kitchen, counter there. It feels harmless, even smart. After all, you're doing what you need to do to keep your balance, right? But here's the hidden danger. Relying too much on furniture for support can actually make your balance worse over time. Let's be clear. Holding on to something occasionally, especially if you feel dizzy or weak, is completely understandable. It's a natural instinct to reach for stability. But when it becomes a habit, when every trip across the living room depends on a series of handholds, you're training your body not to balance on its own. Over time, this leads to what physical therapists call furniture walking. It's when someone moves around their home by using furniture and walls like a cane. The problem is, furniture was never meant to be used this way. A chair can tip, a table can slide, a cabinet edge may not be where you need it the next time. And when your body doesn't have the strength or coordination to support itself, a small misstep can lead to a big fall. Even more importantly, this habit can slowly reduce your confidence. You start avoiding open spaces or unfamiliar environments because there's nothing to hold on to. That fear leads to less movement, which leads to more weakness. And the cycle continues. But here's the hopeful part. You can retrain your balance. If you've been relying on furniture, it's not too late to rebuild your strength and confidence. Here are a few tips to start. Begin with supervised balance exercises, using a sturdy chair or countertop only as a safety backup, not a crutch. Try standing on one foot near a wall, but without touching it unless needed. Practice walking in an open hallway while focusing on posture and steady steps. Add light strength training for legs and core, which are key to standing tall and stable. And if you're unsure, consider working with a physical therapist or balance specialist. They can create a simple program tailored to your current abilities. Remember, your body wants to move freely. It just needs to be reminded how. Let go of the furniture, safely and gradually, and rediscover the confidence that comes from standing on your own 2 feet. How to regain your balance, a daily plan for confidence and safety. By now, you've learned the 5 most common mistakes that quietly steal balance from older adults. Muscle loss, skipping balance exercises, improper footwear, poor lighting and layout, and relying too much on furniture. But here's the most important part of this entire journey. You can get your balance back. Not just a little. You can feel steadier, stronger, and more confident than you have in years. How? With a simple, intentional daily plan that doesn't take hours or fancy equipment. Just a few minutes each day can change everything. Let's walk through it together. Step 1. Morning wake-up routine, 5 minutes. Start your day by gently activating your muscles and senses. Toe and heel raises, 10 reps each. While holding the back of a chair, lift onto your toes, then rock back on your heels. This strengthens your ankles, your first line of defense against falls. neck and shoulder rolls, loosen up tension, and improve awareness of your body's position in space. March in place. Light, controlled marching gets your blood flowing and reminds your legs to support you fully. Step 2. Midday. Balance. Boost. 5 to 10 minutes. These are the exercises that directly retrain your balance system. Single leg stand. Stand on one foot near a counter. Hold for 10 seconds each leg. Build up over time. Tandem walk. Walk heel to toe in a straight line like you're on a balance beam. Use a hallway wall if needed. Weight shifts. Stand with feet hip-width apart and slowly shift weight from one foot to the other. These movements wake up the parts of your brain and body that prevent falls. Think of it as brushing your teeth, but for your balance. Step 3. Evening safety check. 2 to 3 minutes. Before bed, check your lighting and environment. Make sure night lights are on in hallways and bathrooms. Clear the path from your bed to the door. No rugs, shoes, or cords in the way. Keep a flashlight or lamp within easy reach, just in case. Step 4. Weekly strength session. 2 to 3 times, CHI week. Add light strength exercises like chair squats, wall push-ups, leg lifts, or seated marching. These help rebuild muscle and give you the power to react quickly if you ever feel unsteady. Losing balance doesn't mean losing your freedom. It doesn't mean giving up your independence or becoming fearful of movement. It simply means your body needs attention. And when you give it that care, it responds. Every day you move with intention, you send a message to your muscles, your brain, and your spirit. I am still strong. I am still in control. So, begin today. 1 toe raise. 1 mindful step. 1 decision to stand tall again. Your best balance is still ahead of you. You deserve to move with confidence. You have walked through life with strength, grace, and resilience. You've weathered storms, cared for others, built a life full of stories, memories, and meaning. And yet, in these later years, something so simple, your balance, can begin to quietly steal away your confidence. But let me remind you of something powerful. You are not fragile. You are not finished. And you are not meant to live in fear of falling. You deserve to stand tall. You deserve to walk across your home without grabbing walls or holding your breath. You deserve to go outside, take a walk with a friend, play with your grandchildren, and feel steady and sure on your own 2 feet. Losing balance isn't a sign of weakness. It's a signal. A message from your body saying, hey, I need a little care, a little attention. And when you respond with intention, with simple movements, better habits, and small daily choices, your body responds with strength. It always has, because your body remembers. It remembers every step you've taken, every moment you've stood firm, every time you got back up. And now, it's ready to support you again, if you'll let it. So don't settle for stiffness, fear, or uncertainty. Don't believe the lie that decline is inevitable. Believe instead that confidence can be rebuilt. Strength can be restored. Movement can feel joyful again. You've earned the right to feel steady, to feel safe, to feel free. You deserve to move with confidence, not just today, but every day forward. And the beautiful part? It's never too late to begin. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss our next video. See you in the next video. Stay happy. Stay blessed.